welcome to our devotional series, and today's lesson I've decided to entitle it The Beauty of Celebrating Other People's Success, or Learn to Celebrate Other People's Success. I find the story that I have chosen from the book of Luke a bit humorous because probably I have a wild imagination, but as we read together, maybe you will understand what I'm talking about. Join me as I read from the book of Luke chapter 1, verse 43, and the Bible says, "And when is this to me, that the mother of my Lord should come to me?" Here we find a conversation between two women, Elizabeth and Mary, who were both pregnant at the same time. Mary is pregnant with the Savior. Mary is pregnant with the Messiah. And Elizabeth had been barren for a long time, and God decides to bless her. And when He blesses her, the child that she's carrying, who is John the Baptist, is supposed to be the one who's to prepare the way for the Messiah that Mary was carrying. And if you are seeing what I'm seeing here, Elizabeth is acknowledging that what you have is greater than what I have. God has blessed you more than He has blessed me. Yes, He has given me what I have desired, but for you, He has even promoted you. In other words, Elizabeth is grateful. She is content. She is happy that God has blessed her with a child who is below what Mary had. Celebrating others in life brings contentment. When God blesses somebody next to you, your friend, your relative, learn to clap hands, learn to celebrate. Elizabeth, as she meets Mary, she celebrates what God has done to Mary, and when she celebrates her, Mary breaks forth into a season of praise. When we congratulate our friends, when we celebrate what God has done for the people that we are celebrating with, we point them to the source of their success, and that is God. Another thing that I find interesting is Elizabeth is accepting the fact that her child is going to be below the Messiah. In other words, Elizabeth's child is going to be the one to sweep the streets when Jesus passes through. He's the one to prepare the way for the Messiah. So Elizabeth does not show any remorse, any jealousy. Come on, Elizabeth was qualified to be the mother for the Messiah. She was the priest's wife. She was older. She was married. She was mature, but Mary was just a virgin. Mary was not even yet married. She was just engaged. And Elizabeth could have said, "But God, I'm more qualified by Mary." But more qualified than Mary? But what does she do? She just acknowledges, and she's content in a situation, and she claps for Mary. Sometimes in life, you need to understand that when God blesses somebody in a place where you thought you are better or you deserve, you need to celebrate them. You need to clap their hands. As you are in an office, you've been there for 10 years as an assistant, and someone from school just comes and passes you and gets that job you so desired. Learn to clap for others, difficult as it might be. You might be a pastor, you've been pastoring in a district there, you've been rotating around bushes for 10 years. Somebody just comes from nowhere and they are going into the office and they become a youth director. Learn to clap your hands for them. You've been praying and fasting that, "Lord, bless me with a marriage." Oh Lord, the mountains know you by name. You fast, you go to this mountain. But the closer you get to marriage, or the closest you get to marriage, is just being a best girl. Just to celebrate, your time will come. Celebration for others bring contentment. You have peace in your heart. You have peace of mind. You have joy. You know that when God blesses others, He will bless me also. And at the end of the story, you will realize that Jesus did not just benefit Mary alone, but He also benefited even John the Baptist. He also even benefited even the mother of John, because Jesus became the Messiah. Jesus saved the whole world. And so when we celebrate the achievement of others, be it at our offices, we know that we also receive the blessings. May the Lord bless us as we meditate upon His word and as we consider learning to celebrate the achievements that others have above us, because when we celebrate others, we become content and we will be blessed.